What we have here is a channel that's carrying raw sewage from the city of Las Vegas. It also includes all of the sewage from the porta potties around town that get dumped up above us here. So what we're treating here is the worst of the worst sewage coming into this facility. Okay? We're picking it up with a sump pump. We pump it through this hose over to our equipment on the trailer. Okay? We'll run through that. Here on the trailer we have our treatment chemicals that we use. Sulfuric acid, ferric chloride, and lime. Okay? These are used to help kill the bacteria and pull the constituents out of the water. Okay? The sewage is coming into our system here at the pH adjust tank. As it comes in, we're injecting sulfuric acid. The purpose of this is to bring the pH down below 3, and what this does is kills all of the bacteria that's pH dependent that's sensitive to a low pH. Okay? From here we pick it up with a pump, recycle some back to keep the tank mixed, and here we inject our lime and our ferric chloride. The purpose of the lime is to bring the pH up above 10. What this does then is kills the bacteria that's sensitive to a high pH. The iron is added into the system to help flocculate the constituents out of the water. From here it passes on into the first agglutinator. As you can see, we're forming flock. What this flock is all of the bad stuff that's in the water clumping together, and what will happen is this flock will form bigger and bigger particles and it will drop to the bottom. This is what we call the sludge, and we take the sludge out at regular intervals. It just comes out, the valves open, and we send it to a tank on the other side. Okay? As the water flows in, it flows down this channel, flows up these channels, down this channel, and then up these channels. At the end into a collection basin. It has a few controls on here just to prevent overflow and running the tanks, the pumps dry. From this collection basin, then we pick it up with a second pump to pump it into the second agglutinator. At this point, we also have the capability of adding additional chemicals if required, lime and ferric chloride. And we also add our polymer in at this point, as well as this line which goes up and feeds it into the front end of the first agglutinator. Comes into the second agglutinator. Here again, very similar to the first. Travels down here, up this chamber, down this chamber, up this one, down this one, then up the finals. And as you can see from the first chamber on the other side over here, as we keep moving along, it gets progressively cleaner. Okay? We're not finished at this point, but we're getting very close. As we pass by here is the sludge tank I referenced earlier, where all of the sludge that comes out of the bottom comes into here, and then we have to hook up a drain hose to get rid of it. As the water comes out of the second agglutinator, we pick it up with this pump, and we add acid in again at this point to bring the pH back to a neutral pH. Okay? From here it travels through these blue cartridges. The first set is a sediment filter. We want to remove all the particulate matter. This left is going to be a very small amount, but we want to make sure we get it. Then through a carbon filter to remove any final color and odor. From there it goes into this storage tank, which is our tertiary treated waste. We also have at this point our reverse osmosis. We take this off the same line that's feeding into this tank, and I will turn it on for you here if our valve is open. The reverse osmosis consists of a high pressure pump to bring the water up to a higher pressure so we can permeate the membranes. Travels for the first RO membrane, the second RO membrane, and then into a ultraviolet sterilizer. What's coming out of here is potable water, and I will give you a sample here so you can see what we're putting out. Get a hold of this hose. And as you can see, That's very clear, clean looking water. Okay? It's also quite tasty. We do have samples that we've sent off to an independent laboratory of the water in our tertiary treatment and from the RO. The results of those analyses are available on our website. Okay? Thank you.